It finally happened. It finally happened. Caroline Leavitt was asked about Donald Trump's hand, about the bandages that we've seen on the president's hand, and her answer was honestly not satisfying, but I think she gave it all away in what she didn't say. Okay? Now, this is probably one of her worst press conferences ever. I think she's very flustered. She's in over her head. Clearly, the lies are catching up to her, and she doesn't have an answer for anything. And she started it out with a big old lie.
And every data point and every economic metric does in fact show that the economy is improving. And so I do wish more people would report on those facts. I do wish that more people would remind the American public how we got here and why. It does not mean this president is discarding the feelings of the American people. He gets it better than anyone.
Okie dokie, it's better than ever. Well, then that's not what your federal chair said. He said that Donald Trump has cost U.S. economy $20,000 a month from April. Yeah, $20,000, not dollars, 20,000 jobs a month from April to September.
Why did we move today? I would say point to a couple things. First of all, gradual cooling in the labor market has continued. Unemployment is now up 0.3 from June through September. Payroll jobs averaging 40,000 per month since April. We think there's an overstatement in these numbers by about 60,000. So.
Okay, so he says he thinks there's an overstatement in those numbers. It's a very nice and convenient way to say that the government is lying to you about the numbers. They are fudging the data to make it seem like it's something that it's not. Jerome Powell knows it, and that's why he's saying it. So the federal chair is saying against its own administration the truth about the economy, not Caroline Leavitt, okay? Now, she was also asked about the affordability problem, and here's what she had to say. Oh, actually, this is someone, I'm going to call it the child chair. I don't know what you call this chair. It's whenever a goon from social media comes and asks their question, Caroline Leavitt, how do you do such a good job when things are so hard? Or Caroline Leavitt, how do you stay happy when, that sort of question? And here's what he asked.
Thank you very much for this, inviting me to the new media seat. As you point out, affordability crisis, it strikes me energy prices have been coming down aggressively since President Trump's second term, approaching $55 a barrel for oil, gasoline, as you point out, under $3 a barrel nationally. First time in 5 years. By the way, that $55 barrel oil is about half of the peak under the last 4 years of the last administration, half the price. Wholesale prices come down, yet affordability crisis, a lot of the folks in this room, a lot of legacy media, some of the people in the front row, seem to want to call this
Is there a question in there? Where is the question? 30 seconds in. Just propaganda. It's crazy.
Affordability crisis right now, forgetting the fact that over the last 4 years prior, we hit 9% inflation. Wages, as you point out, were stagnant at best, sometimes had dipped. That's a real affordability crisis there, but they weren't really calling it that then. You point out how President Trump is changing the affordability in America, but how will he ensure that the legacy media doesn't flip the script and change it so that they're using affordability as their word, their idea, versus what the American people who know much better?
Yeah.
What? What? I think he was saying, Caroline Leavitt, how can we stop the press from talking badly about the affordability problem in America? Caroline Leavitt, the press is so mean to the president about the fact that grocery prices are so much more. How can we stop them?
Well, it's a great question, Eric, and it's a point of frustration for the president and for myself. I will say that's part of the reason I just kicked off this briefing today, setting the record straight with facts about the economic mess that the president inherited from his predecessor, Joe Biden. And he's focused on digging our...
Okay. All right, bitch. Well, if there was a mess, how much longer you got to take to clean it up? Okay. If I don't even know. I don't even know. If I move into a place that is dirty, how much longer until you clean it up? Is it the other person's fault that it's dirty? It's just eventually there comes a point where you have to do something about it. When are you going to do something about it? Certainly telling the American people to not buy as many dolls for Christmas, probably not the best solution for the affordability problem in America. All right, let's keep listening to the lies.
Country and our economy out of that hole every day. Things are getting better, and they will continue to. And President Trump understands better than any politician in this city the pain that the American consumer has been feeling for years now because of the last administration's policies. You heard him in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania this past week campaigning and talking to these voters saying, I was elected to fix this problem and I am fixing it. Don't forget who created it, and that's the Democrats. And I think when you hear the president talk about affordability, he's saying the Democrats are the greatest con artists in history because they are now trying to claim ownership of an issue that they created. And every data.
I'm just so tired. Democrats didn't create this problem. It's the tariffs. It is just the tariffs. It is literally the tariffs. If there were no tariffs, there would be no affordability, or there'd probably be less of an affordability crisis. I think energy problems that these AI data centers are creating totally different problem that obviously Donald Trump doesn't care about because he's in the bag with AI folks. But the tariffs are the whole thing. If there weren't tariffs, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% on imported goods being passed down to the consumer, there wouldn't be an affordability problem. Soybeans would have been bought by by China, not China buying them from Argentina. There are so many more clips to go through. Oh my God, I've talked so long. Okay, let's keep going. The hand. Okay. They asked about the hand. Good. Glad they did.
Go ahead. Thank you. The president's been spotted out and about a number of times with bandages on his hands. Could you please explain what that is about? Secondly, he noted on True Social the other day that he had aced 3 cognitive tests. Could you please clarify when those tests took place?
Of course, it's someone who's not American asking the important question.
I can do that at a later date. I obviously don't have that in front of me. The president has spoken about that quite extensively throughout the years. As for the bandages on the hand, we've also given you an explanation for that in the past. The president is literally constantly shaking hands. The Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal. He is meeting with more people than any of you even know about on a daily basis. He's also on a daily aspirin regimen, which is something his physical examinations has said in the past as well, which can contribute to that bruising that you see.
He's just shaking hands. Oh man, you can tell. Look at the lies. They're just coming out of her pores. The truth. That's the truth trying to come out. It's just shaking hands. Absolutely not. Can we watch it one more time? Because I actually think you can tell that she's lying. I'm not like a body, I'm not a body reading, like a facial expression reading expert, but I think you can kind of tell. I mean, look, you can kind of tell she's lying.
Literally constantly shaking hands. The Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal. He is meeting with more people than any of you even know about on a daily basis. He's also on a daily aspirin regimen, which is something his physical examinations has said in the past as well, which can contribute to that bruising that you see.
Okay. Just from shaking hands. Bro, I mean, this boy looks out of it. Hope. Someone said he's shaking hands with the Grim Reaper. Is he shaking hands with chainsaws? Oh man. All right, let's do one more clip. Let's see what the best one is. What's the best clip? Yeah, okay. We're gonna do this one. about the healthcare plan. Now, healthcare subsidies are going away. The Obamacare subsidies are going away. Your healthcare premiums, if you buy them through the Obama exchanges, are going to go up. Mine are going to go up. This is what she says is the answer to the healthcare problem that is going to face many Americans. Again, affordability.
Okay, really quickly, there are a number of plans that are floating around on the Hill right now having to do with these premium subsidies that are about to expire. Which plan does the White House support?
Again, I have told you now a few times that the president and Republicans will continue to unveil creative ideas and solutions to the healthcare crisis that was created by Democrats. And I know Chuck Schumer is putting up a vote today. This is a political show vote. Chuck Schumer is not sincerely interested in lowering healthcare costs for the American people. He's putting this vote on the floor knowing that it will fail so he can have another talking point that he can throw around without any real plan or action. If Chuck Schumer actually wanted to lower healthcare costs, I'm sure the president would welcome him and his entire Democrat caucus to a legitimate coordination on the president's policies of bringing down drug prices, these most favored nation deals. Why hasn't Chuck Schumer ever come out in support of those? Those are going to legitimately, they already are, lower drug prices for the American people and not.
I don't even know. I hate the whole like Democrats' fault, Republicans' fault. No one, honestly, most Americans don't care whose fault it is. Like, you're the ones in power. Get with it. Be responsible. You come up with a plan. Where's your plan? She doesn't answer. They don't have a plan. Donald Trump's big plan after being in politics for more than 10 years is that we're going to give vouchers to Americans so that they can buy their own insurance. How is that going to lower premiums? If anything, it'll raise it. Damn. Sorry this video went on longer than I wanted, but I guess a lot of important stuff. Caroline Leavitt, I actually think she, after the midterms, she's gonna do an early retirement. I think she is in over her head and she wants out while the getting is good because this thing is coming crashing down. And we're gonna be right here watching all of it. Thank you for watching. Hit like, subscribe, why not? What can it cost you? It's free. I'll see you soon. Bye.